You are having a terrible day. Society's default prescription is to tell you to put on an upbeat, happy playlist and smile through it. But forcing yourself to listen to bright, cheerful music when your internal world is completely collapsing doesn't actually help. It creates an exhausting friction between the pain you actually feel and the noise you are supposed to enjoy. So you naturally reject the pop anthems. Instead, your hand almost involuntarily scrolls right past them, gravitating toward the heaviest, most melancholic songs on your playlist. People will tell you that you are making yourself miserable. They assume that hitting play on a heartbreaking track means you are self-destructive, completely emotionally broken, or simply enjoy wallowing in misery. Psychology suggests otherwise. Reaching for sad music when you are already low is an advanced form of emotional self-regulation. Your brain is utilizing a specific mechanism to process these feelings, relying on a music to act as a catalyst for recovery. To understand how this works, we have to look at how your brain handles its limited energy reserves during an emotional crisis. When you are overwhelmed by negative feelings, your cognitive bandwidth is stretched to its absolute limit. This illustrates mood congruency, the brain's instinct to seek stimuli matching its emotional baseline. Faking happiness demands massive, unsustainable psychological energy. Forcing a mood change is too expensive to process. Sad music does the exact opposite, acting as an empathetic mirror. It validates your heavy state. It tells your brain that it is entirely okay to feel heavy. Validation, rather than forced distraction, is the mandatory first step your mind takes to neutralize emotional overwhelm and actually begin the healing process. This instinct is particularly strong in gifted and highly sensitive minds. Psychology shows high intelligence often pairs with gifted emotions, meaning these individuals process sadness, joy, and anger at a much higher volume than average. That intensity creates an operational danger. Facing that raw, unfiltered emotional weight head-on threatens to breach your psychological defenses. This diagram reveals how a song's structure creates a safe container for dangerous emotional spikes. With a finite length, a predictable melody, and clear boundaries, the music provides a strictly controlled environment to safely interact with the sadness. Within those 3 or 4 minutes, you are free to fully experience and analyze the pain. The rigid walls of the song ensure you can release the emotion without the threat of impulsive reactions or causing psychological damage. Safely exploring a negative emotion through the distinct boundaries of a melody demonstrates high emotional control. This process shows that you are actively managing your feelings rather than letting them manage you. People who spend time observing their own thoughts possess a deeply complex inner world. When you listen to a heartbreaking lyric, you engage in cognitive reflection, actively breaking down the meaning behind the song to map out and understand your own internal state. While wallowing remains passive and repetitive, this style of listening is an active, multidimensional exercise. You are using the music as a cognitive tool to organize and dismantle the weight of the day. The music serves as an empathetic tether. It reaches out from your isolated pain, connecting you directly to the broader, universal human experience of hurting. That network of shared experience directly combats the extreme loneliness you feel in a society that constantly demands shallow, surface-level positivity. It reminds you that these feelings are a standard part of the human condition. Choosing melancholy music shows an active preference for emotional truth over temporary distraction. It indicates that you are prioritizing self-awareness and long-term resolution over a quick artificial fix. The next time you reach for sad music on a bad day, remember that you are successfully administering your own medicine. You have the capacity to process the heavy things instead of just ignoring them. If you love understanding why people think and act the way they do, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's keep decoding the human mind together.